prime numbers. As Haley already said, prime numbers are numbers that have exactly two factors, itself and 1. So 2 has two factors, 1 and 2. 3 has two factors, 1 and 3. 4, however, has 3 factors, so it's not prime. Interesting things about prime numbers. They already said 1 is not a prime number because it is only one factor, or infinite factors, I guess I said.
I have to go to a meeting, so just shut the door again. And Mrs. Olson next door, you know her. Well,
okay.
If she had a problem, she's taking care of it.
Okay.
How is 3 a factor?
So 1 is not a prime number. Another number that's really weird to think about is 0. How many factors does 0 have?
Infinity.
Yes. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're writing at an angle.
Yeah.
In fact, even ones that aren't even integers, too. Well, of course, then it
wouldn't be a... Yeah. Anyway.
Every other prime number.
But prime numbers have a few different things that are cool about them. One is that you can turn any non-prime number into prime numbers by multiplying. So you can do a factoring tree. 4 is 2 squared, and 15 is 3 times 5, and 13 is 1 and 13. Any number can be turned into a factored tree of numbers.
What about 16?
Of what?
What about 16?
16? 2 to the 4th.
I want to see dry, but alright.
Okay, if we were to list the prime numbers really quick, not all of them, because that'll never be done.
Not yet.
Not yet. Notice all prime numbers are odd except for 2.
Except for 2.
Okay. So if you have 2 numbers right next to each other, or I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's like if they're 2 right next to each other, they're called twins. Or if they're, actually I think it's if they're 2 apart, they're twins, called twins. Because there's 2 spaces between them. And it's 4 or something for cousins. This is all improv, by the way. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. And then numbers that are, if there are 6 apart, then they are called sexy primes, based off of the root 6, sex. So sexy primes are prime numbers that are 6 apart from each other, I believe, is the rule. So I think 11 and 17 would be one, and 23 would be another. And let's see, hold on, is 29 a prime number?
Probably.
So that means there's 4 numbers that are all 6 apart. Sorry.
There you go.
Okay, that's better. So these prime numbers are all 6 apart, which means that they're all sexy primes of each other, but they're also grouped together as quadruplets, which makes them sexy quadruplets. Welcome to Math Club, everyone.
Yep.
Nice shade of red.
Now you can get to the interesting stuff now that the teacher's gone.
Math Club, unrated.
Oh, that wouldn't sell at all.
Says you.
I'd buy it.
You would buy it? Okay, what were we saying? Prime numbers?
Sexy primes.
Sexy primes. Okay, oh, right, encryption. So, something we should introduce first is the concept of the mod function. This is basically what Camden tried to program into a calculator to find the remainder. So, if you divide 14 by 6, what's the remainder? It's a percent mark in Java.
That was actually really helpful in Java
It's helpful in a lot of programming things.
Yeah, and it's helpful that it doesn't take up like 50 lines of code to find
Exactly.
Just built in.
Yeah,
I like it.
built-in class libraries.
A
for the
dozen
win.
sophomore years trying to figure stuff out.
Class libraries for the win. And yeah, say that again. In codes, I should just put the link up on the website because I don't really know how to explain it. Because basically what you have is you have like somebody like a bank who wants to send you a key. And then you have a pirate.
Yar. You draw really fast and really good. But you need a
That
smiley
wants to
face.
steal your information, like say your banking account number or how to get into your account. So you need to establish some sort of encryption, some sort of way to get from you to them and then to you information without the pirate being able to snatch it up and grab it for you, from you. And one of the ways that they do this is through codes and encryptions, and one of them, I believe, is that there are actually 2 codes, I think. So there's one code that the bank keeps, and then they give you a public key. And these keys have to do with extremely long prime numbers. Like if I started writing, I would probably go all the way out to here, and then go back through again. And that's a prime number. So, and what it essentially comes down to is between these 2 functions, you are able to encode it so that using prime numbers and mod functions that you get an answer. And the thing about prime numbers is that if they're big enough, with prime numbers that there's not going to be a lot of, there'll pretty much always be overlap because it's not going to divide evenly with the remainder. So using extremely long prime numbers is using these mod functions to create public keys and other things to help encode things and keep things safe for your personal information. And I've seen a really good analogy of this on Khan Academy. It takes like an hour to watch it all. So I would refer you to that, to be honest.
Link in the link.
Yeah,
Link in-
it'll be in the link. So it's not as informative as I'd hoped. But we learned about sexy quadruplets, so what else is there? All right, I'm done.